Most people think private jets are about comfort, soft leather, champagne, skipping airport lines. That illusion ends at 51,000 feet, because at that altitude, private aviation stops being luxury and becomes power. High above the weather, above commercial traffic, above consequence, two aircraft quietly compete for dominance in a world few will ever enter. The Gulfstream G800 and the Dassault Falcon 10X, not toys for the rich, not status symbols, but flying instruments of control designed to bend distance, time, and human fatigue in ways airlines simply cannot. This is not a comparison about seats or screens. This is about how the most powerful people on Earth move. If that world fascinates you, where engineering meets sovereignty, stay with us. Subscribe now, because this is only the surface of a much larger sky. The Gulfstream G800 was born in Savannah, Georgia, inside a company obsessed with one idea above all others: range, not speed for headlines, not luxury for showrooms, but the ability to leave one continent and arrive on another without stopping, without compromise, without permission. With a maximum range of 8,000 nautical miles, the G800 can connect New York to Dubai, London to Singapore, Los Angeles to Sydney, with margin to spare. That margin is not an accident, it is leverage. Across the Atlantic in Bordeaux, France, Dassault Aviation approached the same problem from a different philosophy: precision, control, heritage forged in military aircraft. The Falcon 10X, the largest business jet Dassault has ever designed, offers a range of approximately 7,500 nautical miles, slightly shorter on paper. But paired with a design focused on stability, handling, and cabin volume that redefines personal space at altitude, on the surface, these numbers look like bragging rights. In reality, they change behavior. A non-stop flight removes delays. Delays remove fatigue. Fatigue removes mistakes. And mistakes, at the highest levels of business or government, are expensive. Both aircraft cruise near Mach 0.90, with top speeds approaching Mach 0.25. That's just under the speed of sound. Fast enough that the planet feels smaller. Slow enough to remain efficient. This is not racing, it's sustained dominance. But altitude is where the advantage becomes invisible. At 51,000 feet, both jets operate above most weather systems and airline traffic. Turbulence fades, noise dissolves, and more importantly, cabin pressure drops to levels equivalent to roughly 3,000 to 4,800 feet above sea level. That single detail, measured in feet, determines how sharp a mind feels after 12 hours in the air. This is where brochures stop talking and where real decisions are made. Because when a CEO steps off a jet fully rested, when a head of state arrives without jet lag, when negotiations begin without fatigue, the aircraft has already done its job, quietly, invisibly. Yet performance alone doesn't explain why these jets command prices north of $70 million. It doesn't explain the multi-year wait lists, or why governments and billionaires alike obsess over details no passenger ever sees. That story lives inside the cabin, and inside the engineering choices that shape it. Because once you step through the door of these aircraft, you're no longer just crossing oceans. You're entering flying territory. Step inside, and the numbers disappear. Because at this level, space is no longer measured in inches. It's measured in control. The Falcon 10X reveals itself first through volume. A cabin stretching over 53 feet long, with the widest cross-section ever offered in a purpose-built business jet. At 9 feet 1 inch across, the cabin feels less like transportation and more like architecture. 4 distinct living zones unfold in silence: lounge, conference, dining, private suite. Each one separated not by walls but by intention. Dassault designed this cabin around a single idea: uninterrupted presence. Natural light floods the galley through a skylight window. Air is refreshed every 2 minutes through an advanced filtration system. At cruising altitude, cabin pressure remains close to 3,000 feet. Sleep deepens. Thoughts sharpen. Time stretches. This is not comfort for indulgence. It is comfort for decision-making. The Gulfstream G800 answers with a different kind of confidence. Slightly narrower, but unmistakably refined. 16 panoramic oval windows, the largest in business aviation, pull the outside world inward. Sunlight moves with the aircraft. The cabin lighting subtly mimics sunrise and sunset, aligning the body clock to the destination long before arrival. Here, the cabin becomes a psychological instrument. Gulfstream's philosophy is quiet optimization. The air is 100% fresh. The noise floor is lower than most luxury homes. Even at 51,000 feet, cabin pressure remains below 4,150 feet. You don't notice it immediately. You notice it 12 hours later, when you step onto another continent without the weight of travel. Both jets offer full master suites, real beds, walk-in wardrobes, private lavatories with optional showers. Not features designed to impress guests, but to sustain owners who live in motion. Crew rest compartments disappear behind panels. Galleys shift position depending on mission profile. Every inch is configurable. Nothing is accidental. But beneath the leather and lighting lies something more revealing. The Falcon 10X inherits Dassault's fighter jet DNA. Fly-by-wire digital flight controls, extreme stability and turbulence. A cockpit designed to reduce pilot workload through intuitive touchscreen systems. Precision is the brand. The aircraft feels planted, calm, predictable. The G800, by contrast, feels like reach embodied. Its wings were sculpted for efficiency at long range. Its avionics integrate enhanced vision systems that allow pilots to see terrain and runways in near-zero visibility. Its runway performance allows access to airports that were never meant for aircraft of this size. Two philosophies, two interpretations of power. And then comes the number that stops conversations. $71.5 million for the Gulfstream G800. $75 million for the Falcon 10X. Before options, before customization, before operating costs that quietly exceed several $1,000,000 per year. Yet price is not the barrier. Time is. Production slots are scarce. Delivery timelines stretch years into the future. Ownership is not about acquisition. It's about patience. About planning your life far enough ahead that the aircraft arrives exactly when your world demands it. That's why these jets rarely appear on social media, and why the people who own them rarely speak. Because when you can cross the planet without stopping, when fatigue no longer dictates decisions, when time itself bends around your schedule, luxury stops being visible and becomes absolute. If exploring these hidden empires of the skies fascinates you, where engineering, wealth, and power quietly converge, subscribe to Luxury Enigma. Because beyond these jets lie even greater machines and even quieter forms of influence.